Notice to invoke common law. This document serves as a formal legal notice invoking common law jurisdiction over all matters concerning legal standing, rights, and due process. It outlines the supremacy of common law, jurisdictional challenges, the required legal actions to ensure compliance, and consequences for noncompliance. This notice ensures that no statutory, administrative, or maritime jurisdiction is imposed without voluntary consent, reinforcing legal sovereignty and judicial fairness. Your name or organization. Your address. City, state, zip code. Email address. Phone number. Date. 2. Recipient's name or organization. Recipient's address. City, state, zip code. Subject. Formal notice to invoke common law jurisdiction. Dear, recipient's name. Legal basis for this notice. This letter serves as formal notification that the undersigned invokes the jurisdiction of common law in all matters relating to rights, legal standing, and due process. The common law, as derived from historical legal principles, constitutional mandates, and judicial precedent, remains the supreme governing authority over natural persons and their lawful transactions. Any attempt to impose statutory, administrative, or maritime jurisdiction without the express consent of the undersigned is hereby refuted and rebutted. 1. Supremacy of common law. The undersigned asserts their right to be governed under common law principles, free from undue statutory encroachments. 2. Jurisdictional challenge. Any entity asserting jurisdiction over the undersigned must provide clear and verifiable evidence of lawful authority within the common law framework. 3. Protection of fundamental rights. The undersigned maintains all inalienable rights, including property ownership, contract autonomy, and legal due process, under common law. 4. Presumption against statutory control. No statutes, codes, or regulations shall be presumed binding without voluntary, knowing, and intentional consent. Immediate required actions. 1. Acknowledge common law invocation. The recipient must formally recognize that common law jurisdiction has been asserted. 2. Provide proof of jurisdiction. If statutory or administrative authority is claimed, the recipient must submit a lawful and valid rebuttal, supported by due process and legal precedent. 3. Cease and desist from unlawful actions. Any enforcement, regulation, or legal proceedings that do not comply with common law jurisdiction must be halted immediately. Legal consequences for noncompliance. Failure to recognize and adhere to this invocation of common law may result in legal rebuttal and injunctions. Any entity attempting to override this notice may be subject to a legal challenge, including restraining orders and lawsuits. Liability for rights violations. Any infringement upon the undersigned's common law rights may lead to civil or criminal liabilities. Public and legal accountability. Failure to respect common law invocation may result in legal scrutiny, reputational harm, and administrative penalties. This notice serves as official documentation asserting that the undersigned is under common law jurisdiction and does not consent to statutory overreach. Any further attempt to impose external jurisdiction shall be met with full legal challenge and due process action. A response addressing this matter is expected no later than specific date. If further clarification is required, you may contact me at your contact information. Sincerely. Your name. Your position, if applicable. Your organization name, if applicable. Enclosures, list any attached documents,